Swamin Namaste Natalokabandho Karunya Sindho Patitam Bhavabdhau Mamuddharatmiya Kataksha Drishtya Rijvyati Karunya Sudhabhivristya Swamin Namaste, Swamin Namaste, Swamin Namaste, Swamin Namaste. Jnana Swarupam Nijabhavayuktam Anandamanandakaram Prasannam Yogindramedhyam Bhavarogavaidyam Srimadgurum Nityamaham Namami Srimadgurum Nityamaham Namami Nityaya Satyaya Chidatmakaya Navyaya Bhavyaya Paratparaya Shuddhaya Buddhaya Niranjanaya Namostu Nityam Guru Shekharaya Namostu Nityam Guru Shekharaya Namostu Nityam Guru Shekharaya. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru. Yesterday I got a few chits. Many have written, but many have not written their names. So I do not know who has written. Only I think one or two have written their names. একটুখানি বাড়িয়ে দাও তো, a little bit. So somebody has written that it will be nice to know the references of the shlokas and also the meaning of the shlokas which I am chanting. Generally the invocatory shlokas we just chant and then we start our lecture. But I also thought, in many cases I have explained these verses in a short, just the meaning. But after getting that feedback, I thought it will be nice. Definitely, people would like to know what I am chanting. I always start with my pranam to my Guru. And you will find that in most of the scriptures also, the first sloka will be with a prostration to the Guru or gratitude to the Guru. So, whether aware or unawares, I feel that whatever I am talking, it is because of the grace of the Guru. And I always feel when I stepped into this path, I did not know what I will become. But at that time there was only one feeling, to become pure. All the impurities of the mind should go. There should be a constant happiness, peacefulness, fearlessness, and a feeling of divinity always. That was my aim. I slowly understood that to have all those, to follow the Guru's guidance is absolutely necessary, indispensable, and one must have sincerity. We cannot keep our two legs on two boats and feel that why I am not going forward. So that sincerity and seriousness, the feeling, I would always say that this aim, even though I was a student when I first started in this path, then I lived a householder's life. In every moment of my life, I felt that I must progress, and whatever my Guru wants me to do, I should be able to do. And I think I have wept a lot when I have found that I'm taking time. Even though I have an aim, I'm not able to follow it properly because of worldly, there are so many distractions in the life, situations in the life. So that pain in the heart, not to be able to fully give the mind. So I told you yesterday that I used to write diaries, spiritual diary. And whatever would come to my mind, I used to write in Bengali. Later, I myself have translated some of them. So it would be always addressed to the Lord, my inner Lord, who is my Guru. And when a Guru came in my life, it will be addressed to the Guru himself. If anybody sees my diary, I never thought that if anybody sees my diary, what will they think of me? Because it was not writing about what I did the whole day. It was always my mind's responses to situations, why it was not pure, or why it was pure, but I would like to retain that purity. It was always like that. And I have never crossed any word. It's not that I try to make it very beautiful, thinking that if somebody someday reads it, they will find that I have written it very beautifully. It was just what came to my mind, and I remember that many times I would actually write them after doing meditation. And when I would be, sometimes the meditation will be good, sometimes it will not be good, but it was addressing my inner Lord, so my mind will be so much within myself, and the words coming out and I'm trying to write, I would not be able to keep pace in my handwriting. So this has been like this. Nowadays I don't write, there's no necessity maybe. And so in those diaries also I have been only writing about how I feel and how I feel that I need to improve in this, how there is expectation always in the mind and suffering because of the expectations, very subtle expectations that I will be appreciated. If I do something, I will be appreciated. Or people should behave well with me, should understand me, should be considerate to me. These are very subtle expectations, but everybody has these expectations. We may not expect very big prosperity, name, fame, etc., but we do need these things, that people should be good to me. People should talk nicely to me. People should not comment. If anybody comments, we feel so hurt. So these slowly became, because I think the aim was so sincere, the feeling and yearning was so sincere that I want to become pure. What is that purity? I really didn't know. But the purity I felt equal to a feeling of divinity and sublimity, that the mind started understanding each and every movement of the mind, whether it was good, bad, but acceptable, not acceptable, desirable, not desirable. So that is how the whole journey was. So I feel that my feeling when I came in touch with my Guru, or I can say when I had the opportunity that Guru came into my life, from the time I have been in Guru Sannidhi, and I felt that I should be molded in his hands. I should be ready to be molded in his hands. In whichever way he wants me to mold, I should do that. So that needed lot of yearning, because just like you all are, I was not staying with my Guru for many number of years. But never there was a moment when my mind was not feeling that I am watched by my Guru, and if I did this or if I behaved like this, he will not be happy. This feeling, that made me always remain in his touch. And I used to write also very openly that my mind is feeling like this. Although you have asked me to read the Bhagavatam, some days I feel very lazy, I don't want to read. Some days it's very delightful. I find that very trivial things, they take away my attention. So I would write to him very openly. Why? Because I wanted to be corrected by him. Give me a solution. Please give me a solution how I can become wholesome in my yearning. When I would feel that I'm not sincere, then I would weep and cry and tell that please give me sincerity. Please give me seriousness. This dilly-dallying I don't want. So this has been my life. So I was telling you that these days actually I tell everybody that I don't like to lecture at all unless I am given a free hand, that whatever comes to my mind, and what will I tell? My whole life has been a sadhana, a journey, and I still call it a journey. And journey towards, what to say, the supreme felicity. And each and every moment, now of having crossed so many years, I understand that every moment is actually delightful if we consider it to be so. Every moment of the sadhana should be delightful. So anyway, since I feel like that whatever I am, if I am able to speak a little bit, that is also my Guru's grace, that he gives me the words. The day he will not give me the words, I will stop. And without any kind of expectation. All we are trying to tell. I sometimes feel sad. Not sad actually, but feel that it's so easy, but why people are not able to take it fully? It's not, I don't want any of you to leave everything, but wherever you are, in whichever situation you are, everybody's family is different, their life is different, their job is different, everything is different. But in whichever situation you are, you can have the delight of being divine, feeling that divinity always. When we do not have, we have to pray. When we do not have, we have to think how to get it. But there is a state when you will not want it anymore because you are already full with it. And that is possible for everybody, only when you will start understanding that that is a supreme thing in life and give a value to these words. Then alone it comes, and it will come. I always feel that you should be inspired, remain inspired, because I have seen that in all ups and downs I have remained inspired. I have never withdrawn. I have never felt I cannot do it. I can do it. If the scriptures have written that this can be a state, definitely I can do it. So this kind of feeling. So I always feel so. And I can say that I had asked for love and joy from Swamiji. I had said that I want to be like you, and these are the two qualities at that time. So I think he has given me thought of that love for everybody. Love, I think everything becomes easy when we love. What is this love? That 12th chapter Bhagavad Gita, I was chanting those slokas. Adveshta sarva bhutanam, don't have ill feeling to anybody. Maitraha karuna evacha, have friendliness and compassion, mercy for everybody. Nirmamaha, do not have any possessiveness. Nirahankaraha, do not be egoistic in anything. Nirmamo nirahankaraha sama dukkha sukhaha. Be equal in dukkha and sukha, knowing that as sukha is coming, happiness is coming, so will dukkha come. That happiness, those moments will be over, and you will find, if not dukkha, at least absence of happiness. And then it will be in a cycle, it comes and goes. Happiness and unhappiness. Happiness and unhappiness. In Bhagavatam there is a shloka which says that, Prahlada is telling actually, that even if human beings do not want unhappiness and dukkha at all, nobody wants. We do not want dukkha, and it comes. By itself it comes. Similarly, don't look for sukha. It will also come. You understand? So we are only looking for sukha. We are looking for sukha. We are doing this, try to acquire this, try to possess this, go here, go there, meet people. But those sukhas will go. So don't be expecting it. It will come. Dukkha will go, sukha will come. Dukkha will go, sukha will come. Sukha will go, dukkha will come. So that is this remaining very stably in that knowledge, that is called sama dukkha sukha. Be stable. So when there is an adversity, don't break down. It will pass off. This will also pass off. Have that attitude. It will not always be there. Maybe for some that period may be long, for some that period may be less. It will pass off. So sama dukkha sukha kshami. That is, you must have forgiveness feeling, kshama. You must forgive. So we can love everybody. That unconditional love comes when we can forgive. We must forgive people. Oh, he has done this, she has done that, spoken like this, spoken like that. Feel sympathetic to them. That, oh, their nature also is the mixture of three gunas. Maybe that person is trying to change himself or herself, is not able to do. But I will not get irritated or angry with the person. I will not dislike the person. I will not hate the person because of the nature. So, that love, unconditional love. How will you have unconditional love? When your mind dwells on the soul which is one. Otherwise, whenever there is a difference, I will hate when I feel that somebody is different from me. I love somebody when I feel that somebody is different from me. So, this having the feeling of differentialness, me and others, me and others, this feeling actually brings in fear, jealousy, hatred, intolerance, anger. It is only that. Suppose we constantly dwell on the thought that yes, outside, superficially, everybody is different, but actually they are the same self. What is Swamiji saying in Ashtavakra Samhita? The same thing he is saying. He was giving the example of this current and all that. The same thing. That as soon as there is a ill feeling in the mind, or any kind of mind feeling low, not very happy, we must connect ourselves to the knowledge. What is the connection? Connection is that actually superficially, outside, everything is having differentiation. But substratum is the same. And if I am the same, there is only one, even not I as an individual is also not there. Everything is the same. Then who will hate whom? Who will fear whom? Only when there is a difference, there is a differentiation, there will be a fear. Fear from A will fear another, fear B. So this feeling you should get connected to. Just like in our scriptures, the example given is that, just like suppose while taking food many times we bite our tongue. Do we scold the teeth? Why have you bitten the tongue? Sometimes while scratching, the finger will go and prick the eye. Do we scold the finger? No. Why not? Because we know that this is me only. That is. So unless, this introspection is what? When you are in situations, say the mind is very angry with somebody, you want to say many things and, take out your anger towards the person. Or you are not able to, but you keep it in your mind. As Swamiji was saying, whole life you will not forget. Who has told you what? Then comes the introspection of getting connected to the knowledge. What is the knowledge? That everything is same. It's true that if you find a difficult person, you need not, if you can avoid the person, you can. But sometimes we are not able to avoid. In profession, in house, even in the neighborhood, you have to interact with those people. But we can interact without getting angry with them, without having a feeling of dislike towards them. And that will come when we more and more delve into this knowledge, dwell in this feeling of oneness, on the self, on the soul. So, this love, unconditional love, I cannot say that I am 100% so. At least I feel that I am able to, that it comes like with great, huge waves. Sometimes feeling that how to contain it. There has been times how to contain this feeling of love. It comes in such waves for people. And not only people, I have sometimes, hearing somebody's sorrow. In Bhagavad Gita, there is a sloka, Atma upamyena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna sukham va yadiva dukkham sayogi paramo mataha. That is, you find the same self everywhere. Samam pashyati, Atma upamyena sarvatra. Everywhere you find the same self. Samam pashyati. So naturally you find sameness everywhere. Sukham va yadiva dukkham. Even in sukha you find that it is an extension of the self. When it is dukkha, unhappiness, then also you feel that, oh, this is from the same self. Because if self is everywhere, how can there be difference? Only thing, the self is expressing itself as happiness, self is expressing itself as unhappiness. One who is able to feel like that yogi is the supreme, superior, the best. So, these kind of shlokas, we must, when we hear them, it is not just learning them. Many people, they will learn Bhagavad Gita. It's very good that you have given so much of attention, time, energy, and with a one-pointedness you have learned. But you should be able to apply them in your life. So, and then Ananda, the delightfulness. And all this delightfulness will come once the mind remains in this kind of dwelling in these messages of the scriptures, messages of the Guru, loving the Guru. If you love the Guru also unconditionally, and then you will find that you have to love everybody unconditionally. I'll tell one incident. When we went to the ashram, see, I have not yet told the meanings of the shlokas. From here to there, I have gone somewhere. So I should be given that freedom. Then only I can talk. So I will remember, I will tell. And when we had gone to the ashram, in the initial years, I told you that it was a very small Gurupriya, very few people were there. So there was one Pati, grandmother. She was old. So Mataji Sulabha Devi was there. Mataji Sulabha Devi was Swamiji's first sannyasini disciple. She shed her body very young. Actually, after we joined only she has passed away. So she was there. Patti was her mother. So when we were coming to the ashram, Swamiji had written to us that bring one plate, eating plate made of stone, which is quite used in the eastern parts of India, in Bengal, Orissa, then Assam and all that, black stone, in which we generally use for pujas. Like puja, this brass thalis are used. These are also used to keep the offerings. Also, we have seen our grandmothers using those kind of plates, eating. So, mostly the vegetarian food will be on that. So when Swamiji had gone to Assam once, somebody had given food to him in such kind of a plate. So Swamiji wrote to us, bring such a plate for me. I would like to use that and not a metal plate. So we brought, and Swamiji was taking food in that very happily. Now, night, Swamiji used to take dosha, hot dosha. But the hot dosha on that cold plate used to become cold immediately. So he told me that, no, night I think I'll have to use one steel plate. You please ask Patti for that. So I went. I didn't see the language. I didn't know the language. She speaks Tamil as well as Malayalam. Few English words she knew. But with that I could not talk to her. I would only gesture with gestures. Somehow I told what I needed. And the response was so shocking to me. She got very furious, started scolding me, and she was very sweet actually, and very orthodox Tamil Brahmin lady. So lot of things she would observe and all that. So and one thing was that if she would scold, her eyes will close and then she will scold like this. Even if you went away from there, she would not come to know. Those things we came to know later. That was the initial interaction. So she was scolding. So I did not understand what has happened. So anyway, after that I was taking food and she came to the dining hall and still scolding. It was going on. So in my life, nobody has scolded me like that. So sitting in the dining hall, those days we used to sit below and take food. So sitting on the floor and I'm crying away, weeping away, a lot of tears, thinking what kind of ashram. I'm getting so much of scolding. So, and then that also I don't know the reason why I'm getting scolded. So after some time, Swamiji asked me, my food was over. Swamiji said, what have you told Patti? She's very angry. I said that you asked for the plate and I asked for the plate from her. So she got very angry. I don't know why. Swamiji says that Patti came and told Swamiji that I have accused her of having used Swamiji's plate. So much of misunderstanding. So Swamiji said, did you tell her that she has used my plate? So I said, no, I cannot speak even that much. So Swamiji says that she is thinking that you have said that. So naturally, I got quite upset. I cried the whole night, I think. But there was no, I can tell you very clearly that there was no sadness or any anger in me. I was feeling quite, purified by the tears, but feeling that is very, in other matters also, dealing with the workers were having a lot of difficulty because of no language. So all those together came as tears. But as it happens, when we are not, when we have some kind of difference of opinion or some interactions, not very sweet ones, we become a little stiff, right? Well, so from morning I am very stiff, not looking at her. She's also not looking at me. So like this, after when some hours went, then suddenly I thought that I have come here at Guru Sannidhi. I find that Swamiji embraces everybody. If whoever comes, he embraces, whichever person is. And if somebody says anything to Swamiji also, he doesn't mind at all. He always says, in this life, nobody has harmed me. So, everybody is good for him. So, if I have come to Guru Sannidhi and at his feet, should I not imbibe this quality? I thought. And immediately I went to party and I did like this to her and embraced her. And she also, with her teethless smile, she also embraced me. And that got over. You understand? So, we should be able to do this. So I felt that this is not only for one incident, we should be able to do it for everybody. That is not keeping any kind of, ill feeling of distance, but forgiving and embracing. So, so many incidents are there. There is a girl who works for us. She has very hot temper. She was a young widow who started working in our ashram because came and asked for work. So somebody said, okay, do the domestic work. But everybody is afraid of her temper. If you say something, she will shout, sometimes shout and run away. Then we have to send somebody that what has happened, calm her down. So one day somebody, very recently, our brahmacharini said that she is washing the lamps and she doesn't wash the lamps properly. So the lamps, if you don't, brass lamps, if you have to wash it very nicely so that they will shine like gold, and you have to wipe it also after that. So she doesn't do, and every day the lamp is looking very blackish. Then I said, oh, acha, yes. That is in Baba's mandapam. There is a mandapam place where Baba's photo is there. I said that, yes, for the last, I am also noticing, and Swamiji was also asking me that why this lamp is not shining. So, I said that why don't you ask her to do it well? That we have got fed up telling her she is not doing. She says it is raining, that is why, etc., etc. She wouldn't listen to us. So I said, okay, bring her to me. So she came and I said that, see, the lamp in the mandapam is looking so blackish. So she gave me the same reason. I said, but every year there is rain. Every year it was not looking like this. So what has happened this year? And our ashram has this one thing. Everything is clean. And everybody appreciates our lamps and brass items. So I'm not understanding what I should do, what we should do now. Now, our brahmacharinis had suggested to her that they were washing it after 2 days. So they said that you wash it every day, which she was not agreeing to. So when I told her that, now can you tell me what we should do? I mean, we cannot be like this, letting our lamps look blackish. And we are not understanding what is happening. You are saying rainy season, but rainy season comes every year. Then she said, one thing we can do, I can wash it every day. I said, oh, acha, you will wash it every day, very good. Will you be able to wash it every day? She said, yes, yes. That solved the matter. Now, why I am telling you this is a very recent thing. I always used to see Swamiji that with workers when I would get into problems, initially I didn't know the language, when I knew the language also, Then also, at one time when if by my saying they will not, then I'll bring to Swamiji, that Swamiji, she is not listening, can you just explain that it has to be done like this or that, whatever. And I would be very surprised to see that Swamiji will talk to them not only about the work, about something else, and the same work which this lady was not wanting to do, very happily and very enthusiastically going and doing the work. So I used to think, what is this? What is this quality in Swamiji which makes them listen to Swamiji with happiness, not grumble? I must get that quality. You understand? That means in my telling, there is something missing by which they are not listening to me. And the same thing, when Swamiji is saying, they are listening. So I used to observe it, and many times I would argue with Swamiji also that they listen to you, but they don't listen to us. Swamiji would always say that own everybody. First own the person and then speak. Own the person and then speak. You understand? I don't think you understand. When we have to say something which we know that the other person will not agree to or will get irritated with, our first expectation is that what I say, he should agree. That expectation actually vitiates everything. We feel that what I am telling must listen to me. So, what do we do with our children? We have a basic love. Even if they don't listen to us, we don't get annoyed and send them away. There is a basic unconditional love for our children, or maybe the family people, which we do not have with the others. And that is why we fail. So when Swamiji would call them and talk to them, as Swamiji says that they are all my mind-born children. Just like my devotees and disciples are my mind-born children, they are my mind-born children. So he cannot have a differential attitude with them, even though they are employees. Employees means you give work and you are being paid. That kind of feeling is not there at all. So these are the things we learned, even now learning. For so many years, Swamiji used to tell me that you are very blameful. I mean, where is the blame? Because I am coming and telling such and such person is not working well. The output is 60%, whereas the output should be 90%, say. Then Swamiji would say, you don't know how to make them work. And that would be, okay, I feel that I am doing my best. So why is Swamiji saying that you don't know how to make them work? Later understood that this was not there, that owning and asking them to work. Swamiji will always say, will you see, this has to be done. Shall I come? Shall I help you? So initially I used to feel that, why is he saying this? They were being told, go and do the work. But that Swamiji is saying, shall I come? Shall I help you? It's not just a word from the lip. He really would come and help if he finds that the work is not being done properly. How many of us are doing it in our family also? It's not, we always expect the other person to do or the other person to behave in a manner. We do not look into ourselves, how I am behaving. So, many things we come to know when we are really in the Guru Sannidhi. And maybe when I am telling you, you come to know even though you are not in the physical presence. So Swamiji would say, you are very blameful. So I would feel sometimes very bad that why he is saying that I am blameful. I am thinking so much about them. I have brought about so much change in this ashram about the workers, giving them food, giving them new clothes during Guru Purnima. All these changes I have brought about. So those I have thought. So I have thought, that I-ness. But why Swamiji is saying that you are blameful? So one day I think I must have said that you are always telling me blameful. Swamiji said, I, your Guru, as long as I feel that you are blameful, I will keep on saying that you are blameful. And I, your Guru, the day I will feel that you are not blameful, I will tell you. My dear children, do you think that you will be able to say, take all these things? One has to take what the Guru gives, take them and try to be improving. We have always a feeling of not being appreciated, not being understood. Now what if the Guru does? You feel that, oh, Guru did not understand me. But if the Guru is, like say in my case, he says, you are blameful, Guru, I am feeling you are blameful. So even though I am feeling that I have not blamed anybody, there must be some reason why he is saying. You understand? Must be some reason. Now you in the household, when you are not in the presence of the physical presence of the Guru, how will you also have this kind of sadhana? Yesterday Swamiji said that if somebody comments, it may be your husband, your wife, your children, your neighbors, your colleagues, anybody commenting on you, you introspect and see. If it is not true, simply forget about it. If it is true, you should go and do a prostration. Say that, I am very thankful that you have pointed this out to me because I could not myself think that I have this defect. So it's not always that you have to be in the presence of the Guru. You have to be in the presence of what he speaks. Yesterday he spoke this sentence. How many of you have taken it? I feel that most of the people are just listening. Just listening. I can tell this. If you look into my diaries, we had very few opportunities to listen. So, from household also, when we used to go and meet Swamiji, all the points that he had, I felt that I need to take this and work on this. I have written down in my diary. And then referred to them. Am I like this? How far I am from this? Am I practicing this? Otherwise, what is the use? It is just listening. If you want to really progress towards that divine feeling always. Yesterday I told you about Prahlada, Govinda Paridambhitaha. I was telling you that even I had that feeling that, during worships and pujas and all that, chantings or meditation, when you sit alone, there is so much of divinity and calmness. At times it envelops you. How to retain that throughout every moment? That you feel that always there is brightness. Always there is brightness. There is no darkness anywhere. It is only because when we start, dwelling on these talks. So, you should also do that. If you have not started doing it, I think you must, when we hear a lecture, maybe because we didn't have any YouTube and all that. So we could not go back and listen. So when we listen, we just had to focus in such a manner that we can write down the important points. So whether you do that or this, listen repeatedly. Even listening repeatedly, it should not be just an occupation or a routine that you do. You should take the important points and look into yourself, introspect what it is. So now I come back to this. I'll tell you one more story and then come. I was telling you that we all look forward to appreciations, right? So I think I've told this story earlier also, that in the beginning years, Swamiji's birthday, we used to observe, and in the very next year, the whole responsibility fell on me. It was not observed in such a big manner as it is done now, but still there would be about 200 people or so, and I was not given to arranging such a program where 200 people will come. You have to feed them. Not knowing the language, that was the greatest problem. Cooks will be coming, special cooks will come to make food. So, but everything went on well. The menu was, those days Swamiji would help me to make the menu, because many of the dishes I didn't know. What are those dishes? So Swamiji will write a list in Malayalam for the cooks. So everything is to do. Then everything went off very well, the Pada Puja, the feeding, and suddenly some unknown people came in with some known person, a big group of people came. So all food was there for everybody was satisfied. So in the evening, I'm telling Swamiji, everybody took food. Everybody was very happy. And everything went on in a very orderly manner. And Swamiji wanted the payasam etc. to be sent to some villagers. Those also were sent. So everything done. So I said, Swamiji, you always used to say that in our ashram, feeding doesn't take place very well. Now, everything went off very well. So Swamiji is listening. Then I said, Swamiji, you can appreciate me a little. So he said, he looked at me and then said, you could have reminded me. You could have reminded me to appreciate you. So, I'm saying this, these are very common in everybody's mind, to be appreciated, to be acknowledged a little bit. So, those also expectations, yes, it may be there, but we should not beg for it, That's begging nature we have. We are always begging love, sympathy, good words from everybody. We just become beggars. If you have to beg, why don't we beg for this eternal peace, eternal happiness, fearlessness? Why don't we beg for that? And so I come to the slokas now. Now, I forgot about this. See, the first sloka, Swamini Namaste Nataloka Bandhu. It is from Vivekachudamani. There, the one man for whom these three things have come together, which I spoke about in the first day lecture, the human body, yearning for liberation, that is yearning to get liberated from the shackles of the mind and intelligence. And having these two, he's still not satisfied. He wants to get liberated from these fears in his life. So he's looking for somebody who can guide him. And he goes to a realized person. That is the Guru. So once he goes, he does pranam to him. And he says, Swamin Namaste. Namaste. That Namaste is a Sanskrit word actually that we use. It is Sanskrit. Namaha te Namaste. Pranam to you. Te Namaha. Then, you who are Nata Loka Bandhu, you who are the friend of anybody who has come and has bowed down to you. Karunya Sindhu, you are the ocean of mercy and compassion. Patitam bhavabdhau mam uddhara. I have come to you, you who are the friend of anybody who comes to you and prostrates. You are an ocean of mercy. I am a person who find that I am drowning in the worldliness, a worldly ocean. Everywhere is worldliness, which is constantly changing, constantly, it is so transitory. I feel that sometimes I am being scorched by the situations which are around me. Sometimes I feel I am getting drowned, and I feel that there is darkness in front of me. I am not able to decide and what is to be done. I feel confused. Sometimes I feel that the situations are such as if I am being uprooted from my stability. So this bhavabdhi is worldly ocean. That this life is considered to be in the scriptures as the ocean, as an ocean. Just like in the ocean there will be waves, high and low, and waves will come and throw you somewhere. Similarly, this world and worldliness is like that. Even though we do not want some situation to be faced, it comes and we have to face it. Even if we have planned in one manner, we find that it doesn't happen and the whole thing goes in a different manner. So it is a bhavabdhi. So he says that I am a person who is in this bhavabdhi. So please lift me up, rescue me, maam uddhara. You uddhar karo. Please rescue me from this. Lift me up. By what? Atmiya kataksha drishtya. By your divine glance. By your divine glance, you lift me up. Rijvyati karunya sudha vivrishtya. And with your very natural karuna sudha. What is karuna? Karuna is mercy, compassion. The nectar that you have in your glance, the nectar of compassion that you have in your glance, which is so very natural to you, let that be showered on me, and through that, please rescue me, lift me up. This is it's a very good sloka, no? Very good sloka. So it says that I have come to you, I am doing pranam, you are the ocean of mercy, I am the one who is drowning in this worldly ocean, and with your glance, which is showering the natural nectar of karuna, mercy, please lift me up and rescue me from this ocean where I am drowning. So this he says. And then there is a sloka where it says, so when he is saying like this, what does the Guru do? The Guru is actually looking at him. This man has come and he says that I have come to you because I don't find anybody else who can give me relief from whatever I am feeling and whatever fear I am having. I don't find anybody who can give me relief, because it is true, if we tell our parents, they will also get worried. They will not be able to give us full relief. If we tell our friends also, similar thing. So you are the one to whom I have come. And then he says that people like you, the saints, they are shanta mahanto nivasanti santo vasantavallokahitam charantaha. So they are like the spring breeze. They are constantly going around in this world to give relief to people. That is why we also roam about, even though our bodies are aging, as long as we can, we will be roaming about. Because many people will not be able to come to the ashram. Only when we go around, we can meet many others who are not able to come. So these saints are like spring breeze, which bring about benefit and delight to human beings. They themselves are shantaha, that is calm and tranquil. Mahantaha, they are magnanimous in their qualities. And tirna swayam bhima bhavarnavam janan. This is also from Vivekachudamani, 37th verse. In Vivekachudamani is the last composition of Shankaracharya. It has 580 shlokas. So this is the 37th one. Tirna swayam bhima bhavarnavam janan ahetunanyana pitarayantaha. And why do I come to such a person? He is saying, I have come to you because I don't find anybody else. Because you have gone through this worldly ocean. You also had a similar experience in the world and worldliness. And you have taken to the spiritual path. You have crossed the ocean. So you know the way. And your aim and your mission is, having crossed the worldly ocean, you are wanting to take across many across the ocean. And that you are doing ahetuna, without any motive, unconditionally. Because you know that, yes, people will be facing the waves in their life, but there is a way to go across. Having known that path, he wants to take others also along and tell them, hold my hand, I will take you along. But unfortunately, many are not holding in their hand. They will hold hands of what? Family, children, prosperity, wealth, savings, thinking that these will be protecting me. He is saying that, hold my hand, I will take you along. So, tirna swayam bhima bhavarnavam. Here he is using a word, bhima bhavarnavam. That is dreadful ocean, very large, huge ocean. And having crossed it unconditionally, without any motive, his mission becomes to carry along others. And then he says, he is telling the realized person who becomes his guru then, katham tareyam bhava sindhu metam. You know, these slokas are there in that Atma Sudha. Somebody was telling me yesterday, that beautifully sung. All these slokas I have sung in that Atma Sudha. Atma Sudha, I think it's there in the YouTube also. Katham tareyam bhava sindhu metam kavagatir me katamostyupayaha janena kinchit kripayavamam prabho samsara dukkha kshatimatanushva. He says that how to cross this worldly ocean. Now I am feeling that I am in the worldly ocean. You are the person who do benefit to others and you have crossed the ocean. How to cross, please tell me. And what is the means? What means should I adopt so that I can cross? So please tell me the way. I know nothing. Janena kinchit. I don't know anything. I've just come to you with an open mind. That is why an open mind is necessary. Many people, they read from here, read from there. People come to us in the ashram, no? So they will say, I have read this, I have read this, I have heard that, I have heard that. So what? So they get confused. Though everybody is saying the goal is the one. But if you read too much, then you get confused. Because the way of explanation may be a little different by different people. So he says, I don't know anything. So he has come with an open slate now. Please write on this, what I have to do. Janena kinchit kripayava mam prabho. So, with your grace, please rescue me. Samsara dukkha kshati matanishva. And put an end to the misery of this worldly life. Whatever misery I get, miseries will be there because happiness and unhappiness will come, delight and misery both will come. But put an end to it means what? You start looking at it with an equal vision. This is also a self, from the self, that is also an expression of the self. Both are self. You get stabilized in that knowledge. See, we don't have that stability. Till that stability is there. So, I would like you to listen to, like I say that Prabhatarishmi Swamiji talking directly. Even in the lectures, the same thing Swamiji said, that this knowledge, you must be stabilized in the knowledge. Not just listen, that this is, yes, the self is there. But what do you do with that knowledge? You must try to think. And if you do not understand, ask the realized master, ask him how to do it. Then there is this sloka I want to tell you. And Tatha vadantam sharanagatam swam. So this man, just imagine the scene. A man who has understood that life is transitory, life will not give fearlessness, life will not give a permanence, everything is changing, and he wants to know how he can get liberated from the shackles of the mind, because of which he is suffering. His various traits bring suffering to him, and various traits, ultimately those are the desires, possessiveness and ego. They give suffering to him. Expectations, how to go beyond them. That is the worldly ocean. It's not that actually the ocean is falling on you. The worldly ocean is the huge waves of anxieties, stress, fear, then confusions, indecisions, then feeling of inferiority, feeling of weakness in the mind. All these are the miseries of life. So, he has come, he has done pranam, he has said all these things in praise of the Guru. And while he says, Tatha vadantam sharanagatam swam, samsara davana latapa taptam. So, as this man is speaking, so just imagine the scene. Somebody has come, done pranam, and tells him, this is my feeling. I'm feeling like this. Very confused. I feel I am getting drowned in darkness. So please, I don't know anybody else where to go. I've come to you. Please protect me. Please rescue me from this. As he is saying, Nirikshya karunyas rasardra drishtya. The Guru just looks at him. Nirikshya. Nirikshya means having looked at him. Karunya rasardra drishtya. A glance which is filled with karuna, mercy. And not only filled with mercy, the glance is moist by mercy. See the beautiful words. Rasardra, ardram is moist. It's not just sympathy. It is moistened by sympathy. And the Guru looks at that person with that kind of a glance. And when the seeker sees the eyes of the Guru, which is moistened by the compassion, Dadyad abhitim sahasa mahatma, he suddenly gets abhiti, fearlessness. He feels, I have no fear in this life. I've got somebody to guide me. In this worldly ocean, my parents will not be of help. My children will not be of help. Nobody will be of help. Only this person can be of help to me. Tadyad abhitim sahasa, immediately. Mahatma. The Mahatma gives him this abhitim. All these slokas I read much, much later. When I wrote to Baba, and Baba wrote back a letter to me, where he said that I am concerned about you, and this is what you should do. And then I was reading the letter. I did not see him, because this is where the person has physically gone. I am just reading a letter where he has addressed me, Mago, little girl, mother, and written some words, maybe maximum 10 lines, with shaky handwriting. I wept and wept and wept and felt like this. Dadyad abhitim sahasa Mahatma. I had not seen him till that time. Much later I got a photo of a very small passport, not passport, what is it called, I don't know, this much. Postcard. Not even postcard, even smaller. And in a small, those days in India we had only those stainless steel frame. So I had kept it on my room, and then I would meditate, because he had asked me to chant this mantra. What is the mantra in Bengali word? O Lord, give me Diksha. This is a mantra. He said that you keep on chanting that, and everything will come to you in time. So I used to chant that, and that was my mantra. I used to meditate with this sentence only. And when I would wake up from the window, a ray of light will be falling on his face. The eyes will be so sparkling. And I would feel that he's looking at me piercingly, as if he can see everything inside me, what is inside. And I would like to be the manner in which he wants me to be. So that was blessed, the blessed life. All of you are blessed actually. I don't know whether you understand that how blessed you are. How blessed you are. Okay. So today also no question answer. Some are getting disappointed by no question answer. No, one question I think I have given. Somebody had written the 5 minutes I'll take. That internal peace, to elevate my internal peace, what is being done is written. Purification of mind and intellect, perfection of path, prayerful attitude, positive attitude, equilibrium, doing all to all pairs of opposites, attitude of gratitude and forgiveness, etc. Having positive thoughts, awareness every moment, compassion, cheerfulness, clarity of thinking, connection with cosmic consciousness, etc. But here is one that in spite of all this, there is a habit of sharing negative qualities of others. That is, discussing about negative qualities of others. I think by all this, the positive things that one is doing, if we are climbing few steps just by discussing negative qualities of others, we fall down. I think this, what I was saying, when we are not able to, when we are able to see that all are same, then what happens? We'll not feel like discussing about others. It is, if the same defect is in me also. What you see, when we are having negative feelings about others, or we find deficiency in other shortcomings, you be sure that something, that similar thing is there in us also. So it's better to always avoid it. There is a sloka in which it says, Paraguna Paramanun Parvati Kritya Nityam Nijarhidi Vikasantas Santi Santakyantaha. That is, if anybody has a little bit of good quality, Paraguna, para means others, guna means quality, Paramanun, that is like an atom or molecule, small. Parvati Kritya Nityam. Parvat means what? Mountain. If there is a small good quality in others, make it very big and talk about it. What we do? If there is a very little defect in others, we make it very big and tell everybody. Is it not? So that should be avoided. Try to see the good in others. If you deal with good qualities in others, even if it is small, you will find that good quality will be yours. And if we do the negative thing, then you will find that the negative things you are dealing with will make you negative. So however much you try to do other things, like I read out, whatever practices one is doing, it will not be stable. It will not be stable. And in Bhagavatam also it says, Guna dosha drishir doshaha gunastu ubhaya varjitaha. Guna dosha drishir doshaha gunastu ubhaya varjitaha. That is, guna and dosha, to see good quality or bad trait. Both are dosha. Both are bad. Don't be too much elated by somebody's good qualities. Similarly, don't be too much, eager to tell and spread about somebody's bad quality. Both are bad. Gunaha tu ubhaya varjitaha. What is the quality of any human being? Be same to every. Ubhaya varjitaha. Don't do so much of appreciation for anybody, and don't do also condemn somebody. That is the guna. So one's quality should be to not to appreciate highly and not even to condemn. Okay? Sampurnam Jagadev Nandanavanam Sarvepi Kalpadrumaha Gangam Vari Samasta Vari Nivaha Punya Samasta Kriyaha Vacha Prakrita Samskrita Shruti Shiro Varanasi Medini Sarvavasthitirasya Vastu Vishaya Drishti Parabrahmani Sarvavasthitirasya Vastu Vishaya Drishti Parabrahmani. Jai Guru, Jai Guru.